The Bamboo Project Wholesale video starts in 3, 2.
Welcome to the Bamboo Project YouTube channel. My name is Donivan.
And my name is Melissa Burnett. We currently have over 300 videos on our channel of our Dr. Sadie inspired diet, travel vlogs, sports, music, clothing, podcast, beauty, and everything else. We live in New York City, and this is episode 21 of our virtual wholesaling series, where we give weekly updates on our journey to close our first deal.
We started this series for people who want to get into wholesaling, who don't have any money, who don't have any mentors, and wanted the perspective of other people just starting out. Today is April 1st, and this is last week's update. This will be another flipping, sub-segment of the wholesaling series, because we've learned that dealing with learning to flip our first house, it'll help us to wholesale more properties. So I think that next week we'll be able to go back into it full time, because we were supposed to close on Wednesday, which would have been yesterday, and we weren't able to close because the lenders were not able to wire the money to the title company. And not only that, they also did not have any contact with the title company. So the title company's in the dark, the agent's in the dark, we are more or less in the dark as well. So we don't really know what's going on as far as the money being wired. One of the issues that we ran into was that my family owns a property in Harlem and my name is on that. So because my name is on that, I was going to use that to get a better rate for the property that we want to buy in Philadelphia. So to prove that, we have to have an operating agreement to send to the lender to verify that we own property. When I sent it to them the first time, I sent it through email. It came up. It was very small. They couldn't read it. So they said that they needed me to send it again. So I had to send it again. When I sent it again, they said that they wanted more pages of operating agreement, not just the page that I signed and not just the page that says my percentage in the business. They wanted to see the whole, stack or document, which is like 30 pages. So I told my aunt what I needed from her to give to them, and she did not feel comfortable giving that to me because she's older. This is my theory. She's older and she does not understand how hard money works. I told her the interest rate is 11%. She's like, oh my God, that's crazy. Why are they doing this? Why are you paying so high interest rate? You shouldn't do that. Why do they want to have the name of the building? Why do they want to know if you have another property? What is all of this happening? So I say all this to say that that slowed up the process of us actually closing yesterday. The plan was, as we talked about before, we were going to go to Philadelphia yesterday, do the closing, then go to the property, film a vlog, and then start the process as far as getting construction and renovation, things like that going. Another funny thing happened too, where I had scheduled us to go pick up the car from Tuesday night to pick it up Wednesday morning. And Wednesday morning, I get a phone call from Enterprise. And they called me to say that we have no cars available to rent to you. And I'm like, what are you saying? My brain is confused. Mind you, I set the time for about 9 a.m. maybe like 9:30, I think I set it for. So they called me at 8 o'clock, 8:15 to tell me they don't have any cars. So it's kind of confusing that, one, they would not recommend me another place to go to, and that they don't have any cars. It's a car rental place. Are you telling me if I pull up today, it's going to be an empty lot? I have never rented a car before, so I don't know if this is normal. I don't think it is. I don't think it's normal to go to a car rental place and they don't have no rentals there of any type. He said we have no cars. He didn't say, hey, we'll give you this kind of car, or we'll give you a newer car or older. He just said we don't have no cars. That's how yesterday started off, with us not even being able to rent a car to go over to Philadelphia, only to find out that they were not processing the loan or wiring the money to the title company. That's where we were on Wednesday. Today is Thursday. We are running into a whole new slew of messes, because when I finally got in touch with the lenders, they said that we will be able to close on Friday if I submit the information that I need to submit, which would be the operating agreement, or resubmit it with where it's clearer and more legible. We'll be able to close on Friday. I gave him the information, and now he's pretty much saying that, well, hopefully we can close on Friday, which would be tomorrow. We will give the title company the clear to close today, but we cannot promise that the money will be wired tomorrow. We think it'll be by Monday. We're hoping that it's by tomorrow, but it's looking very unlikely. Oh, why are you knowing it tomorrow?
Because Donovan gonna look at me and be like, I think I want to buy some clothes to wear before the closing. I'm like, that's a short window. This is Wednesday. So he was telling me this on Tuesday, I think, that he wants to go. And I'm like, that wasn't a part of the plan. We didn't talk about that at all. So I'm like, that's cutting it real close. Then he gonna look at me and be like, my hair isn't done. Like, I kind of want to have my hair done. And I'm like, by tomorrow? So it just sounded like a lot of things was happening in the same day. We had to go get the car rental. We had to go get the car rental. We have to get, I have to do his hair. We'd have to find an outfit to wear for the day. And then, I feel like that's a lot of stuff that's stacking up. So I would prefer, personally, for this to all be on Monday, because then I have time to do his hair. We have time to look for an outfit. We have time to secure a rental, or at least shop around and make sure that there's a backup option if, God forbid, they call again and say that they ain't got no cars. So that's why I personally would like it to be Monday. I don't want it to be tomorrow.
Yeah, the reason I want it to be tomorrow is because I want to get this process over and done with. The longer it drags out, one, I feel like I lose credibility as far as a investor or buyer with this whole process. And then I also feel like as far as communication goes, if I'm telling somebody that we're going to close a certain day and I keep pushing it back, I don't want to come off as somebody that's flaky on me being able to close. So I'm like, okay, I want to be able to get this done as quickly as possible. If the agent is talking to me and asking me about the property and when am I going to close, and I'm telling them Thursday, then I'm telling them Friday, then I'm telling them Monday, then I'm telling them Wednesday, after a certain amount of time, they're going to be like, okay, what is going on? If this is your lender, this is something that you use, why is this happening? So you need to figure out what's going on with this process. So like I said, me personally, I think it would be better to close on Monday. We have more time to do that. I don't want to do that for the 2 reasons I said earlier. I want to be able to do it quickly, and I want to be able to stick to my word as far as saying that we're going to close at this time. So that's why I'm kind of annoyed, because this is why I don't like to rely on people. Because now I have to wait for the lender to tell me or to send the money to the title company. I have to wait for them to figure all this stuff out. This is why me personally, if you watch the podcast, you watch the other videos or vlogs or anything like that, I prefer, if I'm running a business, to be in control of the whole thing. Because, when I say control of the whole thing, I mean vertically integrated, where we own all of the parts of the business that need to be run. So if we need to have a lender, I already have the money. I have a personal lender. If we need a title company, we have our own title company. If we need an agent, we have our own brokerage. That's what I want. So that way I don't have to worry about relying on somebody else, because then things like this happen. And I really don't like to have to deal with this, because this is just one of my pet peeves where, like I said, now she's texting me and saying, hey, are you guys going to close tomorrow? What time are you going to close? And I have to say, I don't know. I don't know. I have no idea what we're going to do. So that's kind of where we are as far as that goes. I talked to the lender today, and he told me that we would, like I said, we'll be able to close tomorrow with the documents that we got. Oh, that was the other thing too. So because the documents were going to be held up on my aunt's end, I was like, you know what? Again, I'd rather have everything go through myself, so I don't deal with these kind of problems. If we don't have that information or the operating agreement, then my rates would change on the loan. So when I told him, I said, listen, what would we have to pay if we was to do this loan or process this whole application without the property history of the house that we have? So he said, what would happen is they would increase the down payment. So that'd be an extra $6,000 to $7,000 we'd have to pay on top of what we're paying now at closing, which kind of is cutting it really tight with the money that we have. So I wasn't really fond of doing that. But like I said, I know at least if we do that way, I don't have to worry about anybody else as far as money goes. I'm like, listen, I can come up with the money if I can, and I'll just give it to you. I don't have to worry about asking my aunt for more paperwork. I have to keep calling her. She's answering late. She's going to work. She's not sending pictures fast enough. So I didn't want to have to deal with all of that. So I'm like, okay, I'd rather just pay the 25% extra, or not 25% extra, but instead of paying 20% down payment, we would pay 25%. So as I'm getting the stuff, trying to figure out the numbers, how much we would actually pay, he called me back within like 30 minutes, maybe an hour or so. He's like, hey, So we actually might be able to use the document that you send us so that we can actually just process the original application terms at 20%. So I'm ecstatic. I'm like, all right, this is great. We got 20%. I sent the numbers. Everything will be good. Trying to find out, again, we don't know if they will be able to close. He's saying that once you get the terms, then you have to re-sign. They have to send it to their lawyers, and the lawyers communicate with the title company. Once they communicate with the title company, then the title company will finally tell me how much I have to even bring to closing. Because right now, I have no idea the exact amount of money I'm supposed to bring to close. I have an idea. It's between 30 and 40,000, but I don't really know how much I'm supposed to bring. So it's kind of like I'm in the dark too, and I'm really not a fan of this at all.
Solution I kind of have in my head is probably if this doesn't, if this doesn't work out, try to go with the other one that we had before. But the thing is, it's like if the seller doesn't want to do the deal anymore, then we won't be able to. So, or if they want it pushed back another week or something like that. So it's really in the lender's hands right now, and they're not communicating very well. So it's not really a fun process.
I mean, yeah. So I mean, like I said, that's kind of where we are. It's not really. We're just kind of in the dark right now. We don't know if we're going to close, when we're going to close, how much we have to pay to close. Actually, I just kind of want the whole process to be done so we can actually get into flipping and get back into wholesaling and getting to do or running other things that we're doing for the Bamboo project. But like I said, it's just an annoying, stressful thing to have to deal with as far as just dealing with this. I don't even know this. I don't even know what this is. This is just really annoying. Then on top of the fact, whenever I call them, they rarely answer. And then when I do get a call or answer, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna call you back. I gotta call somebody else. And I'm just like, so who do I need to call to figure out what's going on? Because every time I call somebody, they don't know anything. It's like I gotta talk to the underwriting, I gotta talk to the lawyers, I gotta talk to the loan processor. I don't know, but I'm gonna call somebody and they'll call you back at some point. And I'm just like, obviously y'all do not have the same urgency that we have. Understandable. At the house. So, you know.
And then the main thing about tomorrow too is that title companies aren't really open on the weekends. So if that's the reason why if this doesn't get done tomorrow, it's gonna have to get done on Monday.
Oh, well, actually, I have an email right here. What's on the screen? Okay, so let's see what this says. Thank you. Simon has forwarded this to me today. We are going to approve finalized numbers shortly, and I have sent the file to our closing attorney along with the contact information for your title company settlement agents. So that's a good sign. And I'm underwriting.
Oh, yeah. This email came in like 30 minutes ago.
Yes, it came in at 4:26, and now we also have an email from underwriting. So that's perfect. Listen, you're living this right with us right now. The loan is agreed to fund.
I guess that means we're approved. Is that a clear to close?
Bruh, I don't know who is this person even. I don't know this. Oh, their name is underwriting. So I mean, listen, y'all are live update as y'all watch. So honestly, I'm gonna call the title company right now while we're on the phone. I'm gonna see what this is. Maybe because I want to see maybe they contacted them and maybe they have some information for me. But this is good. This is good. The loan is agreed to fund. That's all it says.
Like what? There's no
it just says
intro, outro. I mean,
you think it's a
header,
scam, right?
Bruh, like.
All right, let's see.
And who they just sent that to you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nobody CC on here.
Okay.
Maybe they're BCC.
Well, all we want to do is buy a house.
Bruh, all I want to do is not have to work. For somebody else and be rich and have passive income. That's all I want.
It might be out of focus. But I don't think it's that crazy. I feel like there's more dots though. So we probably missed. We're gonna eat first and then do your hair.
We're still really doing everything.
I mean, yeah, but like after that.
The mailbox of the person you are calling is currently full and cannot accept new messages.
So they didn't answer. We're gonna keep you updated. Like I said, we will keep you guys updated as we learn. And I mean, if you follow us on Instagram, you'll probably see that we closed, hopefully. So I'm pretty sure I'll post something because I feel like it's a very big thing to do to close for your first property. If you haven't seen the podcast, I won't say this, it didn't drop yet. But at this point, it'll drop by the time you see this. But I'm closing my first property without having a career. Okay? I was going to say that. I can put that out there. Just want to put that out there. Okay? Without having a career and college dropout, closing on my first property. Hopefully.
Two college.
Two. Back to back. Like Drake. Okay? I'll put back to back. So we can do like 2 college dropouts. Back to back. 2 back to back college dropouts. Okay? So you already know what it is. Hashtag Everybody 2021. We going up all year to the bottom. And with that being said, Bamboo Project out.